Crossing your legs when sitting, it's something so many of us do without thinking. Maybe it feels more comfortable. Maybe it's just habit. Or maybe it's how we've always sat during conversations at the dinner table or while watching TV. But have you ever wondered what this simple automatic gesture might be doing to your body, especially after 60 or 70? As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to posture pressure and small habits we once thought didn't matter. What once felt harmless can over time start to affect our circulation nerve function, or even the way we walk and stand. And crossing your legs, while it may seem minor, can actually have more impact than most people realize. In today's video, we'll explore how this common sitting position might quietly influence your health. We're not here to scare you or say you should never cross your legs again. Instead, we want to help you become more aware so you can make small changes that support your comfort, balance, and well-being, especially in your golden years. So grab a cup of tea, settle into your favorite chair, feet flat if you can, and let's take a gentle look at what your sitting habits may be telling you. If this topic feels relevant to your daily life, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and share it with someone you care about. Your wellness matters, every small step counts. Why so many older adults prefer crossing their legs, and why it matters more than you think. For many of us, crossing our legs is simply second nature. It's something we've done for decades, whether chatting with a friend, reading a book, or waiting at the doctor's office. It often feels more natural, more polite, or just more comfortable than sitting with both feet flat on the floor. As we age, though, it's helpful to take a fresh look at the habits we've carried with us over time. In the world of senior wellness, even a small shift like how we sit can gently influence our comfort, circulation, and long-term health. So why do so many older adults cross their legs without thinking? Part of it is familiarity. We've done it for years. It can feel cozy or help us shift our weight off sore hips or knees. In some cultures and generations, it's also seen as a more graceful or respectful way to sit, especially in social settings. However, what feels good in the moment may not always be best in the long run, especially when it becomes the default posture for long periods of time. Crossing one leg over the other changes the alignment of our hips, pelvis, and spine. Over time, this can place uneven pressure on the lower back and joints, particularly in people with arthritis, limited mobility, or past injuries. In addition, sitting in this position for long stretches can subtly reduce circulation in the lower leg that's underneath. For someone over 60 whose veins and arteries may already be working harder to keep blood flowing smoothly, this added compression can contribute to swelling, numbness, or that familiar pins and needles feeling. These changes are often mild, but when repeated daily, they can have a cumulative effect. There's no need to feel guilty or worried if you're someone who tends to sit this way. You're not alone, and it doesn't mean you've been doing something wrong. But bringing gentle awareness to your sitting posture is one of those senior health tips that's easy to start and can make a lasting difference. The goal isn't to eliminate comfort, but to balance it with care. Try to shift your position every so often. Keep your feet flat on the floor when you can. And if you do cross your legs, consider switching sides from time to time or limiting how long you stay in that posture. In senior living, these small changes help support stronger posture, healthier joints, and better balance over time. Sometimes it's the little adjustments that keep us feeling steady, mobile, and well supported through the years. So next time you sit, take a moment to notice how your body feels. A simple change in how you sit could be one more way to honor your journey with intention and with love. How crossing your legs can quietly affect blood flow to your lower body. Crossing your legs may feel like the most natural way to sit. It's something many of us do without thinking, especially when settling in for a chat, reading the newspaper, or waiting for an appointment. But as we get older, certain habits that once seemed harmless can begin to have a more noticeable effect on how our bodies feel and function. One of those subtle effects involves blood flow. When you sit with one leg crossed over the other, especially for long periods, the pressure from your upper leg can press down on the veins behind your knee or thigh. This pressure can slow the flow of blood from your legs back up to your heart. Over time and with repetition, this posture may contribute to feelings of heaviness, tingling, or swelling in the lower legs and feet. For older adults, particularly those in their 60s, 70s, or beyond, circulation already becomes more delicate. The blood vessels may not be as elastic or efficient as they once were. Add in a bit of compression from a crossed leg posture, and your lower limbs might begin to feel the strain more quickly. That's why this simple habit deserves a little more attention in the conversation around senior wellness. It's not about avoiding crossed legs completely. Rather, it's about recognizing when it's time to uncross, shift your posture, or give your legs room to stretch and breathe. Poor circulation doesn't always show up dramatically. Sometimes it begins with mild symptoms like cold feet, mild discoloration, or a leg that falls asleep more often than usual. When ignored, these signs may gradually lead to increased vein pressure, discomfort when walking, or even visible swelling. Of course, not everyone who crosses their legs will experience these issues, but for those already managing conditions like varicose veins, diabetes, or peripheral circulation concerns, it's a good idea to be more mindful of sitting habits. One gentle way to support healthy blood flow is by choosing a seated position where both feet rest flat on the floor with your knees slightly apart and your spine supported. Taking short walking breaks throughout the day or even simple foot flexing exercises while seated can help too. In the journey of senior living, comfort and health should go hand in hand. The way we sit, move, and rest our bodies can either support our energy or slowly wear it down. Thankfully, small adjustments make a big difference. If you've been noticing changes in how your legs feel after sitting, or if swelling and numbness seem more frequent, it may be time to bring it up with your doctor. A quick conversation can lead to useful insight and peace of mind. In the spirit of senior wellness, every little act of awareness becomes a quiet investment in your independence and quality of life. Nerve pressure from leg crossing, a subtle cause of tingling, numbness, or weakness in the feet. Crossing your legs might feel like a natural way to sit, especially if you've been doing it for most of your life. For many older adults, it's simply a comfortable habit, but when one leg rests over the other for extended periods, it may put quiet pressure on more than just your muscles or veins. In fact, it can also press on important nerves in your lower body. One of the most sensitive nerves involved is called the peroneal nerve. It runs along the outside of your knee and helps control the movement and sensation of your lower leg and foot. When you cross one leg over the other, especially at the knee, the peroneal nerve can become compressed. This kind of pressure, when repeated often or held for too long, can lead to a range of symptoms that are easy to dismiss at first. You might feel a strange tingling down the outside of your calf or into your foot. Maybe your toes feel numb or it becomes harder to lift the front part of your foot while walking. These signs can come and go, but over time they may interfere with your sense of balance or even affect your ability to walk comfortably. For those of us focused on senior wellness, this is more than just an odd feeling. It's a message from the body. When nerves are compressed even slightly, they begin to send different signals. And while one instance of crossing your legs likely won't cause lasting harm, repeated pressure over weeks, months, or years can slowly affect nerve function in noticeable ways. It's important to understand that this isn't about blame or fear. It's about awareness and choice. One of the best senior health tips you can follow is to shift your sitting position regularly. If you do cross your legs, try not to stay in that position for long periods. Switch sides, stretch, and move your legs gently to keep circulation flowing and pressure off sensitive nerves. If you've experienced unexplained numbness, weakness in the ankle, or have felt your foot drag a bit while walking, it might be worth mentioning to your doctor, especially if you tend to cross your legs often. These could be signs of mild nerve compression that may improve with simple posture changes. Supporting senior wellness doesn't require extreme changes. It begins with paying attention to how you sit, how your body responds, and how you feel after periods of rest. By giving your nerves space to breathe, literally, you allow your legs and feet to function with more freedom and less restriction. Gentle movement, a shift in posture, a moment of mindfulness. These are the building blocks of daily well-being, and every step counts. How crossing your legs may quietly affect your hips and spine over time. Sitting with one leg crossed over the other might feel comfortable, familiar, and even proper. Many of us have done it for years without a second thought, but what seems like a harmless habit may actually be gently shifting your body in ways that add up over time, especially when it comes to your hip, spine, and overall posture. When you cross your legs, your pelvis tilts slightly. This shift may not feel like much at the moment, but if you hold the position for long periods, or if it's a regular part of your sitting routine, it can begin to affect the natural alignment of your spine. The body is always adjusting to how we hold it. And when we consistently sit unevenly, the spine can curve subtly to compensate. For older adults whose muscles and joints are already working harder to maintain stability, this can lead to increased tension in the lower back, hips, or even the shoulders and neck. You might start to notice one side of your body feels tighter than the other, or that your posture has changed without you realizing it. In the broader picture of senior wellness, sitting posture matters more than many people realize. When the pelvis shifts and the spine follows, it can influence how you walk, how you sleep, and how comfortable you feel doing everyday tasks. Over time, it may even contribute to joint stiffness or back discomfort, especially for those already managing conditions like arthritis or scoliosis. The goal isn't to never cross your legs again. Rather, it's to bring gentle awareness to how often and how long you do it. A balanced sitting posture where both feet rest flat on the ground and your weight is evenly distributed can support your spinal health and reduce unnecessary strain on your body. This becomes especially important in senior living, where movement, balance, and comfort all play a role in maintaining independence. By giving your spine the support it needs, you also support your confidence, mobility, and peace of mind. If you find yourself favoring one side often, or if you notice that one hip feels higher or tighter than the other, it may be a quiet sign to adjust how you sit. Standing up periodically using supportive cushions, or simply being mindful of your posture throughout the day can make a real difference. And as always, if any discomfort persists or interferes with your daily life, consider bringing it up with your doctor. Simple changes like how you sit can sometimes lead to lasting improvements in how you feel. In the spirit of senior wellness, every gentle shift toward better alignment is a step toward strength balance and graceful aging. Can crossing your legs affect blood pressure? What older adults should know. Crossing your legs is something most of us do out of habit, whether it's while reading the morning paper, chatting with a friend, or sitting through a long appointment. It often feels like the most natural way to rest. But have you ever noticed a strange lightheadedness when standing up after sitting that way for a while? Or perhaps your doctor has mentioned unexpected fluctuations in your blood pressure. As we age, even small changes in posture, like crossing your legs, can have subtle effects on the body. One lesser-known impact is how this position may temporarily influence your blood pressure, especially for those already managing heart-related conditions. When you cross your legs at the knee, it creates a slight restriction in blood flow, particularly in the veins. This can cause your body to adjust by increasing the pressure in your arteries even just for a short while. In younger adults, this small change often goes unnoticed. But in older adults who may already be monitoring their cardiovascular health closely, it's worth understanding how sitting habits may affect overall wellness. Some research has shown that crossing your legs, particularly at the knees rather than the ankles, may cause a temporary rise in systolic blood pressure, the top number in a blood pressure reading. While this rise isn't typically dangerous on its own, it may become more meaningful for someone who is already managing high blood pressure, taking medication, or trying to keep their numbers in check. That's where awareness plays an important role in senior wellness. We're not here to say you should never cross your legs again. Instead, it's about becoming more mindful of how your body responds to simple daily actions and making gentle adjustments when needed. If you tend to sit for long periods, consider switching up your posture throughout the day. Placing both feet flat on the floor with your knees hip-width apart can help promote steadier blood flow and reduce unnecessary pressure. It may also be helpful to avoid crossing your legs during blood pressure checks, as it could slightly alter the reading and give you or your doctor an inaccurate picture of your health. This kind of insight is one of those small but meaningful senior health tips that can empower you to take better control of your daily habits. It's not about fear, it's about informed choices. And even tiny adjustments like how you position your legs while sitting can support long-term well-being. If you've ever felt dizzy when standing up after sitting cross-legged, or if your blood pressure readings seem inconsistent, it might be worth bringing up with your healthcare provider. These conversations, though simple, can help guide safe and personalized strategies to keep you feeling your best. In the journey of senior wellness, we believe that comfort and caution can go hand in hand. By tuning into what your body needs, especially as those needs evolve, you can enjoy greater ease, stability, and confidence in your everyday life. After all, it's not just about sitting the right way. It's about listening to your body, making thoughtful choices, and moving through the day with grace, care, and intention. A small change that makes a big difference, healthier. Sitting habits for older adults. Crossing your legs might seem like a small thing. It's often automatic, a familiar way to get comfortable while reading, watching TV, or enjoying a meal. But after understanding how this posture can impact blood flow, nerve health, joint alignment, and even blood pressure, many older adults begin to ask the same question. So, what's a better way to sit? Fortunately, the answer doesn't require big changes or discomfort. In fact, a healthier sitting posture can feel just as natural once you know what to look for. And in the spirit of senior wellness, these small daily choices can quietly support your balanced circulation and overall comfort for years to come. A good place to start is with your feet. Ideally, both feet should rest flat on the floor about hip-width apart. This gives your body a stable base and encourages better alignment in your legs, hips, and spine. Avoid letting one knee fall outward or tucking a foot underneath you. Both can shift your posture without you realizing it. Your back should be gently supported. If your chair has a straight back, Try placing a small pillow or rolled up towel behind your lower back to support its natural curve. This helps reduce strain on your lower spine, especially if you sit for extended periods. For people living with arthritis or joint stiffness, even a little lumbar support can make sitting feel more comfortable and less tiring. Next, check your shoulders. They should feel relaxed, not hunched forward or pulled too far back. Keeping your shoulders soft helps reduce neck tension and keeps your chest open, which supports easier breathing and better posture. If you're using a chair that's too tall or your feet don't quite reach the floor, consider using a small footrest or sturdy cushion under your feet. This prevents your legs from dangling, which can cut off circulation and increase fatigue. A chair with armrests is also helpful. It makes it easier to sit down and stand up with balance and confidence. Of course, no matter how perfect your sitting posture is, staying in one position for too long isn't ideal. One of the most overlooked yet powerful senior health tips is to shift your posture or stand up briefly every 30 to 60 minutes. Even a short walk around the room or a few ankle rolls can encourage healthy blood flow and prevent stiffness. And don't forget to listen to your body. If your back starts to ache or your legs feel heavy, it's a gentle reminder to move, stretch, or reset your position. Over time, these small signals help guide you toward habits that feel more supportive and energizing. In the world of senior living, where comfort, mobility, and independence go hand in hand, sitting well is more than a physical act. It's an investment in your daily quality of life. These moments of awareness, though small, truly add up. So the next time you take a seat, pause for just a moment. Plant your feet, check your posture, give your body the thoughtful attention it deserves. Because in senior wellness, it's not just how long you sit that matters, but how well you support yourself while doing it. Sometimes it's the smallest habits, the ones we've carried for years, without a second thought, that hold the biggest impact on our well-being. Crossing your legs may seem like nothing more than a way to get comfortable, but as we've gently explored today, even this familiar posture can quietly shape the way our body feels, moves, and functions, especially as we grow older. The beautiful thing is, you don't need dramatic changes to support your health. Just a little more awareness, a small shift in how you sit, a kind reminder to stand to stretch or to plant both feet firmly on the floor. These are not burdens. They are gentle acts of self-respect. In this season of life, your comfort, balance, and independence matter more than ever. You deserve to feel steady in your body, confident in your movements, and connected to the wisdom that's brought you this far. At the heart of senior wellness, we believe that aging well isn't about perfection. It's about paying attention, listening closely, and honoring the signals your body shares with you every day. If this video spoke to you, we warmly invite you to like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. Your story, your voice, and your wellness all matter here. Until next time, sit with care, move with intention, and never underestimate the power of small, mindful choices.